Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my first Q&A for this week, leading up to the 6th episode of Fear the Walking Dead Season 2. This one's called Sicut Cervus. And spoiler warning as usual if you're not caught up on Fear the Walking Dead. So I wanted to do at least one Q&A this week leading up to episode 6. And I got a good number of questions from you guys. So thank you for the questions. Continue to send me what you got. And I also wanted to touch on the kind of is Chris losing it or not type of deal. So in episode 5, of course, he kills Reid. But did he do it on purpose? Like, did he do it because he wanted to? Or did he do it because he actually did think that Reid was dying and that he was trying to put him down as a zombie? Well, the latter doesn't seem to make sense because it's like the way he shot him was like through the mouth. To me also, it seemed like it was being set up prior that Reid was kind of egging him on and kind of teasing him, this kind of deal. He may have died anyway from, the being impaled and all that. But it seems like to me Chris did kill him because he wanted to. He killed him because he lost his sense of self-control. Reid made him so angry with the things he was saying that Chris lost it and killed him. That's the way I read it anyway, which makes it really fun for people who do like Chris, because he's a character that in the beginning of the series in the first season, he was my least favorite out of everybody, I think. And I actually am enjoying watching him now because I feel like he's such a loose cannon. You don't know what he's going to do, and they're kind of setting it up. Of course, we know Nick is going to try to score, and he's kind of unpredictable from the beginning. But now Chris is kind of losing it too because of all the pain he suffered at the end of season 1, losing his mom and everything. And he's just got an insane amount of rage built up inside him. And it's kind of almost like what I want to see from Carl in the original Walking Dead, but we never really have seen it in the television series version, not to that degree. Yeah, he kills and he does this, but I don't know. Chris just really seems like he's on a different path. That he's it looks to me like he might be crossing the line, so to speak. I mean, killing him there, it worked out okay for them, but it was like it could have gone the other way too, so I don't know, but it all worked out all right. But I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with Chris in the rest of the season and maybe into season 3, because he's just he's losing it, man. He's losing it. So losing his sense of self-control. Next one's from Craig, Mayne. He's got a great one. He says, "Hey Trev, keep up the great content. Just wanted to know what your thoughts are on Fear the Walking Dead episode 5, Captive, having the lowest viewership of any Walking Dead episode released on AMC at just over 4.4 million. I think the season is going really strong after the last few episodes. However, the number of viewers has still decreased. Will this ultimately lead to the cancellation of the show? I hope it doesn't." He's got a sad face. I would say no, brother. Don't worry about it too much because that's still a good amount for them. That's still probably more than they need to do it on the budget, and it's still probably going to be profitable for AMC. And I think they've confirmed season 3. But Better Call Saul, I think, is last time I checked, unless my memory serves me incorrectly, I believe Better Call Saul is only getting like a couple million or less an episode now. Because it kind of started off really good as a premiere, but then it's kind of come down in the second season, especially with the lawyer stuff and him working at Davis and Mayne. It seemed like people got bored of it a little bit, so and stopped watching. I still love it, and I'm excited for season 3. But they don't need that many. Like even 2 million would probably be okay. But I have noticed in the channel too, with regards to people commenting, people watching, this kind of deal, that season 2 started off real good. People were really interested in it, but then after about 2 episodes, people weren't so interested in it anymore. And it's weird because I think the season's gotten much better after the second episode. Like the first 2 episodes of season 2 were like, they're pretty good, but not great. But then episodes 3 through 5, man, awesome episodes. So maybe they kind of lost quite a few after episode 2, or maybe it's just because Game of Thrones came in and was like, boom, I am king shit, boom, you're done. So people, and because if you think about the lowest episode this week, last week was when Jon Snow was, well, you know, you guys know. Spoiler warning for that for Game of Thrones. I won't get into that because I know not all you guys are caught up. But anyway, something big happened in Game of Thrones, and then this week it seems Fear's ratings were way down, and I'm sure Game of Thrones ratings were probably up. So, but you know, that's AMC's choice. They want to go head to head with Game of Thrones on HBO after 6 seasons, and it's one of the biggest. It's like an event show. So you know, that's I like I said before, I don't think it's a great decision. You know, it seems to be going okay because Fear of the Walking Dead has been good in that. But, yeah, I'm surprised. And it's not necessarily that it's going to conflict and people can't watch Fear either. But, you know, a lot of times people are going to get into one show or maybe another. You know, not that many people are going to get into a lot of different shows and, you know, spend, you know, 5 nights a week watching certain shows all the time. So it's not always the case, you know, that they're going to get really into a whole bunch of different stuff. Usually people have like 1 or 2 favorites, and that's pretty much it. Like a lot of my viewers for Walking Dead don't even like Game of Thrones, and vice versa. And I always thought that was weird because I'm like, they're so good by themselves. Why wouldn't you like both of them? I don't know, but yeah, they're different. They're different types of shows anyway. But okay, so yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it too much right now. It's also a weird time of the year. This is something I wanted to say too. It's just a weird time of the year for getting new episodes of Fear. People, like, I'm not used to it. It feels weird to me too, because usually this time of year it's like, wait, what time is it? Like May? It's like, you know, it's into May now. It's like getting to see new episodes. I love it that we're getting new Walking Dead, even if it's Fear and not the original. But it just feels really weird because I'm just not used to it this time of the year to have a show like that. Game of Thrones is more of an event show, so people look forward to that all the way around the year now after a number of seasons. But yeah, only a couple episodes left of Fear anyway, and then we're going on break, and it looks like they got Preacher coming up. So I don't know. Well, we'll see if Preacher's any good. I'm not sure if I'm even going to get into it. We'll see. I'll think about it because I never read the comics, so we'll see. Next one's from Piledrive Thy Neighbor, which is pretty funny. He says, Trev, I've been watching your videos for years and never posted a question before. Well, I've picked yours now, my friend, so thanks for all the support over the years. I have a theory about Fear the Walking Dead, and I want to know your opinion on it. I think that Fear the Walking Dead's quote-unquote Rick, if you will, is not actually Travis or even Daniel, although I think he'll survive a long time, but I think it's Nick. I feel like Travis could actually die by the end of the season. If not next season, Nick is the one kicking his addiction and going from being the freaked out junkie in the corner. He's grown a lot of balls and certainly has the respect of Strand. So, yeah, I like Nick a lot, man. He's like a fan favorite, I think, right now. A lot of people's favorite character is Nick. I've seen it in the comments from a lot of different people. And, you know, I do like him a lot more now. I mean, in the first season and that at the beginning and stuff, you know, he's in a bad state, so I can see if anybody didn't like him. But he's always been funny all the way throughout. And he's really transforming into a pretty strong survivor now, I feel like. So he's a lot of fun. I really like the actor who plays him, Stannis' son. He does a really good job. And, yeah, he's really fun to watch, and he's kind of unpredictable, like we said, and I just like him a lot. I think that Nick is really cool and a great character. And I like Travis too, because he's kind of like your everyman type of protective dad figure right now. But you might be right. I always thought that Travis wasn't going to survive all the way through the series. That was kind of one of my initial predictions, which I figured maybe in the first couple of seasons. So we'll see. It seems like right now it's probably going to be wrong, but we'll see. You never know. Maybe they will kill him off at the end of season 2. Do like a Shane thing with him or something, even though it wouldn't really be the same. You guys get what I'm saying, like same time range. Next one's from Zazman Reviews. He says, man, Fear the Walking Dead is getting better and better. Loved episodes 2 through 5 so far. And also episode 7 is titled Shiva. Will we see the tiger on this show before we see her in season 7? No, I don't think so. Maybe it's a character name or something. I think, you know, maybe they're just kind of messing with us and they decide to go with that because obviously, you know, Kirkman is involved in Fear to a degree. I'm not sure how much involved. I don't know if he's in the writing room all the way through. I'm not sure about that. But I feel like they are including some stuff from The Walking Dead to kind of, you know, maybe like some Easter eggs, that kind of thing. Maybe the name is an Easter egg. We'll see if it's some kind of female survivor or something, or who knows. I guess we'll find out. Next one's from Chris Weidman, and he says, hey Trev, hope you're having a great week. I thought on Fear, Walking Dead's next episode, I think, is that the coin is part of the cartel and Daniel knows about it. When do you think they will put a villain in that is longer than just an episode or 2? So, great questions. I think we are going to see some Fear Dead villains kind of rise up. I mean, Alex is kind of almost like a villain for Fear the Walking Dead, even though she didn't kill Travis or anything. But we don't know what she's going to do next, and we don't know who's going to take control of Connor's group now, which our group has, had him been bitten by Reid in that, and that group has all kinds of potential to become a great group of villains. Similar maybe most closely to Woodbury in the Walking Dead original series, and Fear in the second season. We're already getting to see a pretty good group, and we don't know who's going to lead that. Are they going to cut off Connor's arm? Some people think that Connor's going to make it, and the others will put down Reid and then cut off his arm before he turns or something. Or maybe another character from that group will take over, like Alex or some of the others. So, I think we're going to see it, but it's they're doing a good job. They're mixing it around. It's not that easy to predict, I think, what's going to happen next and who's going to become kind of the main villain. Alex kind of came out of nowhere. We heard about her in the description, so that kind of telegraphed it, but I did not expect her to have given up their location on the boat and everything and what they had and all that stuff to Connor. Next one's from Ostro1980. He says, "Hey Trev, does Fear the Walking Dead need a time skip between seasons 2 and 3? So my response to you is no, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think they need it, because it'd be cool to see it, but I think that maybe they want to keep it at a different time range than the original Walking Dead, like on purpose. They want it to kind of be its own story so that they could have it go a different, totally different way. And with Fear, I think one of the strengths of it is that they play it out differently than the original Walking Dead, where there's a time skip right when the Walking Dead starts in the first episode, and then Rick wakes up in zombie apocalypse land. In Fear, we get to see that go through from the time when they're working at their jobs, regular jobs, and it's happening as things are happening, and we're getting to see flashbacks and everything. So I don't think we'll see a time skip for a while, not between seasons 2 and 3, I don't think. But who knows? You never know what they're going to do with it. Next one's from Sus Judge, and he says, "Hey Trev, Fear Q&A. What if our heroes stumbled upon Claudia, the Walking Dead's quote-unquote alien? That would be so cool, dude, if they could include some stuff from the comics that they didn't use in the original series and maybe have it go into Fear or something. I feel like it's missing a little something with regards to a tie-in. I feel like it has to. That would be perfect, to have that. Just to have something that also she was going to go by C too, wasn't she, Claudia? Man, that would be too perfect if they ran into her or something like that. Because I feel like Fear the Walking Dead is kind of missing a necessary tie-in, maybe not to the regular Walking Dead television series, but maybe to the comic book series, just to ground it and let us know for sure this is canon and this is in the same world as The Walking Dead. And I feel like we haven't got that yet, aside from Kirkman saying, yes, this is the Walking Dead universe, this is what's up. We get that, but just to have something in it that kind of connects it, I think it's necessary. And I think a character like Claudia would be a match made in heaven. That would be perfect. One or two more. Next one's from Jon Snow Rules, who says, "Hey man, question about for your Q&A. Do you think we'll see Jack and Alex again? Also, how do you feel when you found out Alex betrayed Travis's group by revealing that Abigail's location?" So, yeah, I think we'll definitely see them again for sure. I mean, they can't set all that up and then just have them never come back again. Definitely, I think we're seeing the beginning of our group of villains. I think so. With regards to her giving it, I mean, you can't blame her because they screwed her. I mean, if they weren't going to let her on, just tell her no from the start. At least she's near land and stuff. Maybe she could figure it out. But they kind of left her like stranded in the middle of nowhere, and that would have been rough, and she had to put him down. So, I feel for her totally, and I can understand if she want revenge for that, for sure. I mean, it's just natural, pain transfers. So, last one will be from Greg Guerrera, and he says, "Do you think they will adapt scenes from the comics that weren't or haven't been used in the original Walking Dead? That scene with Reid pretty much seems exactly like a part in the comics." He mentions who, I'm not going to. Which would have appeared in the upcoming season of The Walking Dead. How do you feel about it? So, yeah, absolutely. I think they should adapt more. I think they should do more. I think they should tie it in more. And, because like I said, it just feels like it's missing something, and it's too separated. Even if they had like Morales or something like that, I don't know, just something. Even though Kirkman said I know that they're not, but maybe comic books Claudia, that'd be perfect. Something to tie it into the original. I don't care what. Just let us know that it's the same universe, and we have to see it in some way. Aside from zombies, of course, being around and him saying it is. So that's just kind of my thoughts, though. I think it would just add to the show and make it feel even more legitimate as Walking Dead canon if they brought in something like that. So that'll be it for today's Q&A for Fear, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to send them to me. If I get enough, I guess I could do another one. It's up to you guys, though. It depends what you want to see. Write down your answers below as well, and what you think about Chris, and whether or not he did that on purpose or without. Well, I guess I shouldn't say on purpose, but you guys know what I mean. If he did it because he wanted to, or he did it because he felt like he actually had to. Which one was it? So write in the comments below, and you can answer the other questions if you want. Send me more questions if you want, and of course I'll have a new Walking Dead video for you guys pretty soon. Hope you liked the top 10 worst episodes yesterday. That was pretty good, but it took a while to make, so I hope you guys liked it. Anyway, that's it for this one. If you guys liked it, please thumb it up. Please don't forget to thumb it up, guys. Always appreciate it. Share a fave, and if you're new and you want to sub, you want to subscribe, I always appreciate it. You can subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya.